The Newark riots were a response on the part of the local people to the tremendous imbalance in society.
And there were people rioting and expressing their anger and their outrage about social injustice. The sense of hope had gone.
The city was in terrible shape, and it just made us all the more determined to provide a permanent presence of hope. Link emerged from the ashes of the Newark riots. While children at the age of 13 and 14 couldn't drop out of school yet, they were already mentally dropping out and did not see any future for themselves. We felt that by giving them a positive experience and a positive image of themselves, that would serve as a reinforcement for them when they went into public schools. It was a matter of justice.
The ills of that time are just introduced in a different way in our time. Some of our students live below the poverty line. Many of our students are being raised by single parents.
There are a lot of bad influences outside of this school.
Most of the kids that I grew up with in my neighborhood, most of them, I guess, are on the streets. There's not that many people that get to college in my community.
The high school graduation rate in the city of Newark is one of the lowest in the country. And that's the path and the challenge that Link students have if they don't have the opportunity to come to school here.
You see, in other schools, you'll find that the teachers will just see the student just as a number.
The teachers don't really care about you at certain schools. There wasn't really anybody you could trust anywhere.
It wasn't easy to focus.
Sit a little bit away. You are now liquid. Go far away as possible you can from each other. The farthest you could go is hitting on here. Please, don't jump on him now, okay? Fine, you are now what? Gas. So what's the difference?
Link is hitting young people at the right age. It's the age where they really are discovering themselves and determining who they want to be. And I think, if you wait too long, that's done.
There is a very thin line in the paths that you go down, and the decisions you make as an 11, 12-year-old, the schools that you go to are very important.
After the Revolutionary War, the soldiers were owed money and they revolted, and it was led by a man named Shay.
Link has 6 core values.
We have to live by them every day.
Honesty, caring, responsibility.
Caring, responsibility, respect.
Honesty, responsibility.
Honesty, caring, responsibility, following directions, doing what's best, and caring.
Without those core values, you can't really be successful.
Those core values are not just about math class. They're not just about middle school. They are life values. They are the values that prompt people to want to make change in this world.
When I first came to Link, I was shy. I was always a quiet girl in the background.
When I first came to Link, I was actually a child.
I feel that I can speak more and voice my opinion.
They brought something out of me that I did not think I have, which was being me.
It's a very small school, but you get to know everyone, and you get to be a part of such a big family.
Link is more than just a school to us. It's part of our family. My daughter, she had a nervous breakdown. She came to me and asked me, "Mom, I need help with my kids. Can you help me?" And I said yes, and I've had them ever since. I stepped in to something I didn't know how I was going to handle it or what I was going to do. And I was struggling with these kids so hard in public school. And then they go into private school, and I stopped struggling so hard. It just made so much possible. And it just made me feel good that Link cares like that.
Without Link, I would probably just be pushed into another public school with teachers who really don't care about you or about your grades and who just pass you along.
Without the guidance of Link, I probably would have been out stealing some old lady's purse or walking the streets asking for money.
If it wasn't for Link, 9 times out of 10, I would have been in the gang. I would have been a father.
I probably won't even be in school. I'd probably be thinking about going back to school.
I'm an attorney now, and I work for the Office of the Public Defender. If it wasn't for Link, I probably would be sitting on the other side of the table as one of those being defended.
I'm going to Stanford in the fall, and my ultimate goal is to go to law school.
When I grow up, I would like to be a cardiologist, basically because I have a heart murmur, and I think it would be great to give back, because that's what Link has taught us to.
I would like to be a surgeon, a lawyer, or a doctor.
A graphic designer.
A mechanical engineer.
Well, I love animals, so I was thinking about being a veterinarian.
I want to be a chef, a lawyer, a politician, and I'm going to be the president.
I want to be a cardiologist, so I want to become a surgeon, take care of people's hearts.
Our gifts and our talents are not just for us to be successful, to gain fame, but we have our gifts and our talents so that we can give back to other people.
I thank my parents, first of all, for actually letting me come to Link and making me do the application. Because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have all these opportunities and all these doors open for me.
Once you get here, you don't want to leave.
I'm somewhere special with Link.
Natasia Holden.
Link has made the world available to me.
Fahima Purnell.
It's one special place that if you went there, you would never forget it. And I can't forget it.
Ashley McBride.
Link changes young people's lives. It gives them a future that many of these young people would not have otherwise.
I'm so proud of you. I wish you the greatest success. Congratulations to the faculty.
The riots literally happened next door to our school building, and so we are still very much reminded of why we came to be.
The one thing we could do to rectify what seemed to us an unjust situation was to educate. That's what we had to offer.
That social justice, that social change that started that riot, that started that school, is something that we instill into our students today. The world is waiting for them.